Hello, my name's Emma Wagstaff of the Tunbridge Wells Bicycle Users Group. I'm 19 years old and I'm lucky enough to use my bicycle every single day to get where I need to get to. This short 5-minute video is part of an invitation to the Kent transport decision makers to join us on a tour of London using the cycle superhighways in order to get a feel of what it's like to cycle on good quality and effective cycle routes. We are a group in Tunbridge Wells campaigning to reduce congestion and pollution. We've looked at evidence from all around the world and know that this can't be done by building new roads or widening old ones. Instead, we need to offer alternatives for people to make short journeys, in particular by bicycle. We're not campaigning for ourselves, and we're not campaigning for cyclists. Instead, we're campaigning for the 60% of the population in the UK that would like to make short journeys by bicycle but don't feel able to. For those people that would like to use their bike to go down to the local shop, go down to the station, go to work or go to school. These people feel frightened and unable to tackle the traffic and the dangers imposed by it. So first, what is the problem? Well, congestion. As you can see here, scenes such as these with heavy congestion and traffic are very common in and out of Tunbridge Wells. And if you want to escape to the rest of the country, you're faced with no other option but to sit in hours of delays on the M25. But there is a solution. And this solution is not to widen old roads or build new ones. We've tried that for the last 40 years and we know it simply doesn't work. Instead, we must offer alternatives. And since 60% of journeys made in the UK are under 5 miles, a real alternative is using your bicycle. But this solution only works in areas where people feel safe to cycle, and this certainly isn't the case at the moment in Tunbridge Wells. As you can see here, we've collected some scenes that give evidence to show some really dodgy moments and close calls that you can experience whilst trying to cycle in Tunbridge Wells. But it doesn't have to be like this. All we have to do is provide good quality, continuous and easy cycle routes, and people will flock to them. The good news is you can try this out for yourself. You can join us, Tunbridge Wells Bicycle Users Group, as we host a series of regular tours in London of the cycle infrastructure. I think you could have done it. On the tour, you can experience what it's like to cycle through one of the world's busiest cities and not even give a second thought to the dangers of traffic. You can also hear talks and lectures by experts on infrastructure such as floating bus stops and raised tables.
So here we have a typical example of a floating bus stop design, which allows the cyclist to move around the left-hand side of the bus, allowing the bus to offload or load its passengers in a relatively safe island situation. And it means that the cyclist doesn't then have to go around the right-hand side of the bus and into traffic.
So here's an example of a raised table. Now, many accidents that happen between motorists and cyclists happen at side streets. Here, there's a very clear blue. You can see that the road comes along and then it raises up, and there are a couple of stop chevrons on the tarmac down there designating that the cars must slow down, and then there are double white dashed lines there showing that the motorists must stop. It's vital that the cyclists be protected from motor traffic by means of these raised tables.
You can see the dates for these tours on our website. So please visit our website now and sign up for a tour. This is a brilliant opportunity for Kent transport decision makers and others to see for themselves what it's like to cycle on brilliant cycling infrastructure and see the benefits of what it does for congestion, pollution, the environment and the quality of life of our citizens.